Hello, everybody. I am a bit late on this, so we are going to be talking about the new Pariah Nexus missions on Goonhammer. So I believe that they get everything that we need to know about it. After they make the first 12 months of 10th edition, is this new pack Pariah Nexus, about second season of competitive play for 10th edition. Yeah, it is like a season, and brings an entirely new mission decks. People can say, "Oh no, it is." Yeah, you're right. Plus, the major changes play process that's done going on here. And they did a video about this when it was posted, which is already over. It's basically their opinions, if you wanted to know. So these are overview. What you need to know: changes have been made to play secrets. They may but to change the game overall. There's a step of for redeploying units, and you can use new auto satchel more than once a game. Dang. So new So you can use autos whenever you want to during when you draw them now, not just once a game. That is gonna cost you CB, but if if you got like nothing, like you draw your missions, one sucks, and you only got like one CP, you need points more than CP, and hopefully you can discard and get something actually good that you can use to put in the game. And so that was the idea with new autos. You really didn't get something you like, just get rid of it, get a new one. It was only once, now you can do it each turn. Actions are back. Actually, a full format were associated with them. They're no longer just like being able to shoot. Okay, yeah, that's good. Real good. Real good. Because if you guys didn't know beforehand, if all you had have to do in action was a ranged weapon, basically for the most part, that is what you had to have. So that means like a pure melee weapon, melee unit, no range, could not use it at all. Mission rules return as they receive major overhaul. The biggest change is no more chilling rings, so every mission you play will have some added effect. But after these gives a bonus to battleline units, yeah. So no more chilling ring. So something will always happen. It's like taking the little kitty gloves off. New primary and secondary mission per next deck is completely reshuffled. The missions, both primary and secondary, there's some new primary missions. And almost every second mission has changed. Some have been replaced by capture enemy outposts, while others have remained or tweaked. I kind of don't care about enemy outposts really. It's only really good like turn 4, maybe at minimum turn 3. Gambits are gone, those things no one took. Yeah, well, they're gone now, replaced by a new secret mission mechanic. You still make a choice at the run 3, but now your options, which can actually be scored, and all of them have a real counterplay. Uh, yeah, we talked about those last time. We did a video about this. There are new 6 new deployment maps. One of them, tipping point, is new, but should be given to have changed. Okay, there's a lot here. These changes, even small changes like how scores and bring it down. Very important. Secondary missions can have impact. The game secrets. Okay, so a few notable changes have been made. Deployment is largely the same as Leviathan. One key change: players alternate deploying units, but when a player deploys a Titanic unit, they skip their next drop. So a Titanic unit. Okay, so if you deploy a Titanic unit, your opponent basically gets to put down two units. Okay. You deploying there's let redeploy unit step 10. Then after your deployment, but before determining the first turn. Unless otherwise stated, abilities which allow player to redeploy certain units after armies have been deployed happen in this step. Okay. So something like this is with the Imperial Guard Castellan. I don't know why I keep calling one of them Castellan. But basically, what he is able to do is after you like deploying, you can redeploy up to 3 of your units. So stuff like that is a thing. It You won't really see that much, like maybe like a few armies. Not everybody has that option, but still. Generating missions, new auto stratagems still around, and yeah, okay, we talked about this. That you could use it each time. So we talked about these more in the section. Okay, replace the gun bits, actions. Actions are back. Why? We have found actions. Former rules set back set of weird pseudo action rules we had in Leviathan. The unit cannot perform action if it's an aircraft, battle shock, no OC. I'm sorry, Scarabs and Wolfen. Uh, what they call Wolfen? I don't know. Is it get with one more enemies unless it's Titanic? It advanced or fell back. It's all eligible to shoot this phase, include units which have already shot. Okay. So it used some aspects of ninth edition. Okay. Also, Titanic units can still shoot after they start an action. Oh, that'll be useful. They can do it they can do second action. Okay. So this is to help, like Imperium Knights and such. So it doesn't botch them over. They can, if a unit is performing an action, a non-paladin / consolidation move or leaves the battlefield, the action fails. Performs the action makes if a unit performing an action makes a non-paladin / conversion move or leaves the battlefield. Okay, I just saying that. Okay. I don't know why it took that much out of me to realize. Okay, much the rules close to me and close to many nasty loopholes indeed. Like units with assault weapons being able to advance in action, unless with the pistol weapons being able to action while in engagement range of an enemy unit. Also, all CCO units can't perform actions anymore, making notice that a whole lot was support one for sticky. Oh yeah. So one of the things that demon players did, or Chaos Space Marines, basically, is that since Snuglings have the deep strike capability, you can send them in, where where you're legally able to, and they can perform an action, but they got no OC. Now, since they got no OC, they can't do anything anymore. No more actions at all. That just made them a lot worse. Also, that will go for the Necron Scabs as well. There are 10 missions. Well, you don't distract them. They've been massively overhauled from Leviathan GT. Okay, so 10 of them. The biggest difference is though no longer chilling rain. A mission will which does nothing, so every game will have an add-on effect. When I Yu-Gi-Oh players, well, I'm still am, but we can read. So exactly one returning mission rule. Wait, that was the self-roast as well. Damn. Exactly one returning. Provide the hidden supplies is back, and before you ask, that's the one that gives you an extra objective module in the middle of the table. So, Fog of War. Let's see. Gives every unit the benefit of cover in the first round. Oh, nice. Also, players cannot use core stratagems except for new orders. Oh, okay. So everybody gets cover, but only new orders can be used. That's a big thing right there. Benefit of cover is good and nice, but no rerolls, no Overwatch, no nothing. Not being able to smoke screen grenades, fire Overwatch, or command reroll was a big deal. And knowing can have you cover impact your deployment. Yeah, it is. That's gonna be huge. I mean, it helps save CP a little bit, I guess, but still. Well, you do have your own stratagems and your detachment, so there's that though, but still, damn. Adapt or die. Let's place a fixed mission trade out. One of their secondary cards. What's per battle? Trading it for another fixed mission. Okay, so get rid of your fixed mission for in another one. In up to but it takes like tactical players draw an extra card while drawing a secondary mission. Then shuffle one of the two cards back into the deck. So you can draw an extra card when drawing secondary mission, then shuffle one of the two cards that you drew back to the deck. Okay, it's like a part of. Why do I forget the name? It's a reference of the Yu-Gi-Oh card. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna look for it. Part of duality. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh reference for the win. Inspire leadership. As long as your warlord is outside your deployment zone, a friendly unit within 9 of it gets +1 to the battle shock test. Okay, I'm really sure battle tests need to get easier. And it just puts more of the finger in the eyes of an army like Chaos Knights. Nice, nice. This is Inspire leadership. Chaos Knight's biggest enemy now. It ain't another faction. It's the secondary mission move. Hmm. Smoke and mirrors on Welcome. I guess that's it. After a player deploys, each player places one unit on the battlefield into strategic reserves. Who's goody? By bypassing point limits, and that can be up to 500 points in 2,000 point game. Okay, so yeah, so they could like just like put additional ones in there. Okay, I thought that was like a battle line unit. In addition to those five divisions get the battle. Okay, these are the battle line units. This is what I want to see. Okay, switch battle line units confirm an action after advancing or falling back. Ah, okay, nice, nice. Stalwarts. Battle line units are eligible to shoot if they perform an action. They can perform an action with it while within engagement range with enemy units. Nice. Well, on Warcom, in the first battle round, players can set up battle line unit in strategic reserves, and the reinforcement states the spooper steps they can be set up in employees reserves at the sorry. In the first battle round, players can set up a battle line unit from strategic reserves and reinforcement step of their movement phase. They cannot be set up in enemy deployment zone, and the total points of value units cannot exceed 200 in a 2,000 point game. Let's go heavy intercessor. Surprise! Maybe I think I should make a video on that. Raise banners. At the end of each player's turn, if a battleline unit from their army is in range of a objective marker they control, the player scores a victory point, and they can no longer raise the banner on that marker. So this puts an additional 1 to 5 secondary for 1 through 6 secondary VPF for grabs depending on the mission. Yeah. It could, yeah. Prepared position battle units can be targeted with go to ground and heroic intervention for 0 CP. Ooh! Go to ground and heroic intervention for battle line. That can be very useful. Very useful. It is useful. Go to ground, just 6 up info. I mean, it is a 6 up, but it can help. This is a hefty set of rule changes, indeed, and a lot of possibilities depending on how these applied mission packs. You can either end up at an event where battleline units are much more powerful, or just may not matter. Yeah, my guts tells me here's a place will become a new default mission move for a lot of players, since having 6 objective marks feels a lot less offensive than buffing battleline units or giving free redeploys to reserves. That said, I also have massive impact on the scoring dynamics and increased scoring on primary mission. I can also found foreseeing lots of use. As the notion of turn one covers has some value, but there's a number of things in which pack which already lost. I mean, boosted melee armies, and this might be too much. Oh, we'll get to that, but oh my gosh, that's a weird deployment. The battle line rules here are interesting. In a random environment, you can't count on any one coming up, but if you're playing at that you know mission rules in advance, you can play for specific books. Of these rapid Inquisition Star Wars are probably biggest deal, but prepared positions can make units like fake breeds look is very nasty. Ah, yeah, that's true. That's true. I was a thing. I was a thing thinking about those. Yeah, they could be very nasty. That is so weird. Like the slant line, but one of these lines have like a terrain over here, but the objectives further up though than normal. Like I guess you could get in from like the fall right to go to get the center easy, but but depending on how the terrain's set up, that set of could be a shooting gallery. There are 6 deployment maps in the deck. 3 return unchanged, 2 downward sweeping engagement have been changed, and 1 tipping point is all new. Best part about these layouts, they are now showing measurements from the table edges rather than the middle. This is very bad news if you're not one of the weirdos still playing on the. This is if you're not one of the weirdos still playing on a 4x6 table, but great news for everybody else. If 4x6 table, hey. They all show measurements from the table edges rather than the middle. So, still don't know how to do that stuff. I think I learned by going to GT. Nah, I don't know what now as appointments over scope to travel in the battlefield, meaning they only now deploy plenty of Potter posts to 24. Is that the one above us? Oh, that's sweeping engagement. Has left the same place, but replaces diagonal deployment zone with new step deployment zone, which goes out 8 and 14 along the table edge. An interesting close zone in as the middle of the table, where corners of 2 deployment zones are only 16 apart. Hmm? Tipping Point Alpha's Hammer and Anvil version of the same concept with step deployment zones, which are only 20 apart in the middle of the table. Otherwise, objective of the battle. Okay, so this is Tipping Point. So it's basically like the opposite of sweeping engagement. Sweeping combined with such straight give us 3 map units, but can be deployed much closer than 24 inches. With sweeping engagement and particular putting players extremely close to the middle table, depending on how often each match shows. This can push players towards more melee focused armies capable of much more reliable turn one charges. And if you decide to play further back, they still have that much movement early on. And yeah, they do. They do. I wonder if it'll be easier from going to the red over here to the green though. No, 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 it will. It will. What am I thinking at? It's worth mentioning that both of the step down deployments are kind of bonkers with hidden supplies, and we're kind of surprised there isn't a rule about how it works with them. I'm mostly shooting army. If this is probably gonna hurt big time. Primary missions. There are primary missions in the deck. Yeah, up in mix of old unchanged. They can hold, but both back and same form. New missions are reversed. or reskin versions of all the missions by the targets like power about the ground are all gone. Okay, let's start with the original missions which have been adjusted. Push for skull for VP for one to hold more in the command phase. Skull for more for kill more for kill one slash kill more at the end of the turn slash round. You no longer score kill more in round one, so going second doesn't give you quite a big of advantage. Okay. So let's go look at Scorched Earth. Holy moly, 20 minutes long. So 5 VP for each marker, max 10. Burning an objective is an action enough, finishes at the end of the game. Burning just requires control and no 1-inch distance requirement. No cap on VP for both objectives, can go up to 25 for both objectives. Nice. Going second has a lot more value here since you can burn objectives on the final turn of score before it burns. Yes, that is true. That is true. The ritual mission is where you can create objective markers. Creating objective markers is an action and completes at the end of your turn. So you can cleanse an objective you just made. Good, good, very good. Yeah, that was a bit of a combo problem I saw. Markers now placed exactly 12 away from one marker, no man's land. More than 6 many other markers. Yeah, it used to be 9, but now it's 12. Okay, good. I thought a 9 was a little bit too close, to be honest. It's basically easier to get the first objective on table, as they could be a little bit further to the sides of the table, but there's still no restriction on how close they have to be to the edge of the table. It also reduces how much you can cluster objective up, which could previously make it doable infantry units bricks that could sprawl across 2 objective points, a bit of a nightmare. Yeah. New batch of primary. Unexploded ordnance. This is new Suffolk skill better for me. I'm in a tournament and the thing I'm gonna do next is actually servo skulls. That's funny. Moving objective markers is an action which completes at the end of your turn. No more kicking objectives twice per round. Oh, we do that in that one? When you move an objective marker. Oh yeah, because you and your opponent. When you move a marker, it can't end up in impossible terrain on top of a model on an objective marker. Okay, you score 2, 5, 8 for being holy. Within 12, 6 inches of your post deployment zone. Okay. So you're kicking it into the zone. Okay. This corrects a major problem in server scores, which objective moves both players' turn. Creating instant blowbacks wins for the player going first if they kick the objective across the area, even worse if they could sticky them. They just kept on kicking themselves. Eh. The new version is much better staying in focus. You seriously reduced your damage output to move multiple in a turn, though it promotes the veteran crew, and a crew lose their mind at the idea that you pick up and move an unexploded owners to run the battlefield, which is pretty hilarious. Yeah, don't make it go off. Don't make it go off. Oh crap, hold on. Having played a couple game tests on unexploded owners, I can say that it's extremely different beast from Soul Skulls. It's much more infantry intense mission, requiring much more careful thought around how your action with units, or simply what control as you need to control the objective to complete this action. Makes it both safe with the kick an objective towards your opponent and much harder to move them back. This will likely substantially reduce scoring on the mission. In some cases, it may just be worth holding something where you can keep it up kicking, not allowing objectives to move each turn. It's also a massive improvement. Oh my gosh, it just tell me that my game coming up, I'm not gonna like it. A new man, I should have made this a live stream. A new mission, okay. Let's go for each objective you control site deployment. Then pick one unit from your army that's on objective, that's not aircraft, to go the objective. At the end of boss turn, you score extra 2 if each non-Bashak unit that was still guarding their objective marker. You have to control the objective markers you're guarding. Okay. So it rewards you for keeping it secure on your side. But it has to be a unit though, so if they get blasted out of smithereens, you don't get the bonus. I mean, you can still hold the objective, but they gotta be alive for that. Terraforming, yeah, we talked about this. So, is an action that's done on objective marks like diplomacy, which you control, done in your shooting phase. It finishes at the end of your opponent's next turn or the end of the battle. Can be done by multiple units per turn. Each objective can only be terraformed once. Score for victory points for each objective that you control, and extra 2 for each marker you terraform during the battle. So if you terraform these 3 early, you just keep scoring those even if you lose them. True. It's a put the terraform early and on multiple objectives with doable units, but you also need to screen or protect them for full turn. This can give the player a big advantage. Oh, I know. Let's say if you have a character or squad with infiltrate. Turn one, if if the terrain is behind like a ruin or something, if the ejector marker is, you deploy your unit or your character behind the objective marker so they don't get charged, and have one of your units barely touch it, just touch it, so you can get it. If your opponent can advance to get on there, that's a bit of a problem, but they ain't gonna get it though. Well, no, they will be able to get it because of OC control. But still, though, so, but if they can't get there, and if you deny their possibility to get over there with that unit, and if they can't get to it turn one and you already terraformed it, that's just that's just good for you in the long run. Even if you do end up losing it turn two, linchpin. An interesting mission where your primary is going depending on holding your home objective. The gunline armies unite. Each round score for controlling home objective marker. Okay. If you don't control it, you score for each marker you control. Say you plumb to it. You control it. Okay, so basically you got a home. You got okay. So as long as you have control of your home objective, you always score 3. And if you control it and you control other things, it's just 5. So if you like control it, your home and another objective, you're scoring 8 victory points. If you got 2, oh yeah, there's no cap on this. So if you're really good, if you have really good turn 1 snag and 3 objectives uncontested, you can walk away with 18 victory points. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. It can be really high scoring mission, and most players should be able to score at least 8 per round. Yeah, at the very least. Because normally in games you at least have 1 objective. Normally. But I literally should have made this too last week. This is gonna be one long. Alright, whatever. Stop complaining, Blade. There's 18 secondary missions. Some okay. So you got 6 secondaries. There now. There 2 more have the Leviathan outside assassination. One needs to go for any tactical missions over victory points. That said, many are now flexible than before. Just like some hostile bring down can be openly discarded if they are unscorable, making it harder to completely dead draw stat. Okay, good. Skills: killing secondaries, a destroy character to get 4 victory points or fix for 5 on tactical. Okay. Also scores you points if your opponent has no more characters left in the army. Ooh, nice. Bring it down. So they mention this quite a bit. So let's read. One of the biggest overhauls, bring it down, is that score. Each time you train enemy monster or vehicle unit, not model. Oh, okay. So if you guys don't know, a unit like Killer Can, that's a vehicle. If you were to take down if you would take bring it down on like a fixed, and if you like wiped out half of a squad of Killer Cans, you get like 3 points to take off of it. But now you won't be able to because you have to kill the entire unit and score 250 plus there's two if you have 15 or more wounds, another two if they have 20 or more. There's no longer a turn cap on this card. If you're playing tactical, if your opponent has other targets with this gun, you can discard it. Which is another welcome change. Oh, good. No targets? Okay, good. Good. This basically the questions are no longer victory points pinatas. And just a big boon to chaos and nice list where war dogs now only give up 2 victory points per destroyed model. This means that if you want to max out bring it down against them, you you would have to score the full 20. Each tackle the hard. Ah yes. Each time you destroy an enemy infantry unit with the size restrict for 20 plus models or 25 plus total wounds, score 5 victory points. Note that the attached leader is ignored. Okay. This one resembles the old 9th edition version of prisoners, though actually finding units which give up points for this may be difficult. Yeah, it might be. Like Orcs and Goths? Yeah, totally. But something like against like Space Marines and Chaos Marines? No. That ain't gonna happen. Well, in Space Marines, if depending on how big of a blob you're taking, it could be. But of a particular unit, heavy intercessors, that could work. It's like isn't cap per turn like bring it down? You can get rid of it if there's no value. Okay, so active secondaries, actual secondaries. So these ones you need objectives. Excuse me. And cleanse. Score 2 victory points if you cleanse an action. One objective marker outside your deployment zone. Well, if it's two, now that each unit now cleanses a single objective marker, so you can't double up on this with one large unit. So you mean like with with one? How would you be able to double up with one large unit if they can only do it once? I really don't get it. Okay. You'll see. Locust? Very death godlike. Okay, so let's. Okay, we skipped the purple Hamas giving you an action that one unit from him can do this either within your deployment zone, opponent deployment zone, or 6 of the center battlefield. Complete the objective is with 2 victory points. If you're in 6 of the center, and 4 victory points if you're in the deployment zone. Okay. The lowering scope for dropping a locus near the mirror table is significantly narrows the number of armies which can make use of this. So while still reliable 60 point clock, if you have a repeatable up-down strategy, it's not really an option. If your plan was to repeatedly drop a homer at the middle of the table, that is true. That is true. Very true. Okay, so that's gonna hurt a few. Great nights come to mind. Recover assets. When a few secondary missions new, let's 2 more units from your army do an action if they are wholly within difficult battlefield. Your deployment zone, no man's land, or your opponent's deployment zone. It's actually in your opponent's turn, or in the game, complete the action 2 zones for 3 victory points, or 3 zones for 6. Going 3 off of this seems pretty easy. In endgame scoring means you can do this with plus 4 rounds for 12. Then fire it off at the end of the game for 6 if you go in second. Boss graphics seems easier in some respects. The action is much harder than Locust and has legitimate counterplay, so it just might not be used in competitive lists as a fixed option. Oh, as a fix? Oh, okay, fixed right? Yeah, no, ain't no. Especially if you have to go. Especially if they can just be blasted easy. If you're like playing God, I don't think recover access could be that great for you, honestly. That says some layers with some uh, armies. 15 is pretty achievable. Most games with Unity deployment zone just one side no man's land. Eh. No, you needed two. Oh, and your deployment zone. That's right. Okay. Position ball control secondaries behind enemy lines at the end of your turn. Score 3 VP if you have one on egg. Echo fully within your opponent's deployment zone. 4 if you have two move units. Mercifully, you can now choose reshuffle this if you draw a turn 1. There's also normal bonus points for scoring this in tactical mode. Okay. Engage on all fronts. So at the end of your turn, score 2 VP for one or more blah blah aircraft used from your army. That wholly within 3 different table quarters. And more than 6 from the center of the battlefield. Or 4 VP if you have all 4 and more than 6 from the center. Especially if you work with, then the other gauge, but you no longer have to be more than 3. Do table cut to make it happen. Yeah, good. It's an easy thing to nab. So to say, this is meme here. Tactical missions, said, yeah, did. Single the god. Oh, capture enemy outpost, attempt to target, investigate singles the god. Alright. If you can now use, yeah, the new orders more than once a battle. I mostly play tactical, to be honest. As secretary mission. Oh, yeah, I experienced that. I never was allowed to play Discovery Ship with him. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, okay, we already would if you can't score, you can just like get rid of it, type of thing. Okay. Oof, breath. Air denial has been fixed. It just okay. Same warning. Now you score 2 victory points at the end of your turn if you win more non-aircraft within 3 of the battlefield. While there are no enemies within 3 or 5 if you're within 3 and there are no enemies within 6. Okay. They basically have to dominate the center. Extended battle lines is back. I thought that was the thing still. Oh, whatever. Scoring you 5 VP if you control objective buster in your deployment zone and 1 in no man's land, or just 2 if you got 1 unit left. You control 1 in no man's land. Or just 2 if you got that 1 guy left. Just 1 guy because everybody else is dead. And the remaining enemy forces converge on your locations. Okay, that's just 1 boss. Secure no man's land is back. Scoring you 2 VP for controlling objective markers no man's land, or 5 for controlling 2 or more. Okay. Defense is it still stinks and it can't be drawn on the other game's first turn. Man, really? I would like it if we could get that on the first. So I'd be like, oh, you can't get my objective back in points for free because I know where you're getting back here turn 1. You don't got that much movement. You can't do that much shenanigans. Kill secondaries. Oh, prisoners is back. Scoring you 2 VP for each enemy unit destroyed this turn up to 5 max. So killing 3. is your max. Overwhelming force, you score 3 for each enemy unit you kill that started the turn within range and reject a marker. You maximum 5. Okay. Marked for death as your opponent pick 3 of the units of the battlefield when it's drawn. At the end of either player's turn, if one of those units has been destroyed or removed from the battlefield, you get 5. It's an oath of moment that target and light it up with your lance. Or whatever. Sabotage is a new action-based secondary when you're shooting. When your units shooting phase, one of your units outside your deployment zone can start this action, which finishes at the end of your opponent's next turn or the end of the battle. Complete the action, no means land for 3 or your opponent's for 6. So that's the handy late games. Secondary. Containment is a new action-based secondary. In your shooting phase, one or more units from your army can do this action while fully within 9 of a battlefield edge and outside your deployment zone. Each one has to be near a different edge. Okay. This one completes immediately and you score 3 victory points for each layer contained to a max of 6. Note that some deployment max it's possible to still hit your own battlefield edge. True. We already saw them earlier. Is it? Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. Oh. Okay. Okay, we can do this. Sabotage is a new action-based secondary in the shooting phase of one of the units outside your deployment zone can start this action, which finishes at the end of the opponent. Yeah, thingy. Complete action no means stand for 3 victory points. The opponent's for 6. Okay. Nice. Another late one. Oh wait, no, we did that. Okay. Okay, because better as well choose from while bringing it down on the okay. Slam dunk is simply valuable if you put a skewing heavy into vehicles. Leave my vehicles alone! Because it gets 9 armies, it's always gonna be. The bigger factor here was with middle week is the pick. You know, like eating yeah, okay, maybe da. I'm a bit loose but that's fixed to play. I think the tactical goes up. Oh, this is one of the thingies players. Cast the new laws isn't once a game, not being able to face actually a double unit. Yeah, the subset is only given Meadows' most common pick. I do wonder if we could have just as a replacement for some cases. It feels very easy to do this at home and normally than just a site up for 3VP and it's also exception. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that. Sorry. Gamers were terrible and now they're gone because they sucked and nobody ever liked them and everybody hated them. It was a nice idea, but the truth is the gamers mission sucked so much ass. But now we're gonna go and see what the news are for these secret missions at the end of the Battle Round 3, starting with the player who had the second turn. If you primary VP is less than equal to your opponent, you can do a secret mission. If you do pick one of the secret mission cards and hold on to it face down. In defense position, your VP from the primary missions are now capped at 20 points. Ooh, you can't get more than 20, bucko. At the end of your battle run, reveal your secret mission. If you achieved it, you score the list of VP. It's always 20. This means your primary scoring of the game is now capped at 40 and your max scores 90. You'll literally losing 10 points from the maximum you can get just so you can beat your opponent, who hopefully does not go above 90. Because if they go above 90, even though you completed everything, you are screwed, young man. Here are 4 of those secret missions. Have your warlord in range of 1 more objective markers in your opponent from deployment zone that you control. Okay. Outbreak, get in there. Shadow cohesion, your opponent has no units on the battlefield, or if they do, those units either battle shock, blow out strength, or more than 3 away from all objective markers. Ooh. I like that shadow cohesion because if you just wanna, because if you know you're losing, but if you just want to slaughter everything, but like you're losing on points, but you're basically killing everything, you just take it, and then you're like, be like, I chose a secret mission, and at the end of it, when you reveal that is shadow cohesion, as long as your opponent doesn't get above 90 points, theoretically, they're like, ah, and you're like, yes. But that's the main thing with these secret missions. If your opponent goes past 90 victory points, you lose. So you have to prevent that as much as possible. With attrition, battle line, one more battle line units from your armies in your opponent's deployment zone, and they have no battle line units on the battlefield, or if they do, they are within or not wholly within their deployment zones. So they're basically at this point, if you get a battle line unit somehow in there, and if all the other battle line units they're probably dead already, or about to be dead, I'm thinking. A sharp contrast to gamers, these be very restricted with scope through the challenges while buffing your opponents or stopping them from realizing which commits you're going for. Though, note that sometimes as something commission, you will know they have one. They can hide which, but not, but not that they have one to begin with. Yeah. So of course your opponents are obviously gonna know what that. Oh, you got secret mission, but which one do you got? Which one do you got, man? Which one you got? Because like in games, you gotta go second, especially on maps running hidden supplies. Bishop said objectives at the end of the game can be pretty easy. The most time you're positioned to hold them in no man's land of turn 5. Sorry for that noise. It's my nose. It's pretty clogged. Let's go 10 BP out by a turn. Won't be easy. Will be essentially be big addition capping your primary at BP before at 20. Means you're capping your total primary at 40, so you probably yeah. See, that's what I mean. If you put a score 91 points, you're not gonna win. So if you're really getting hammered really badly on points and on the field, there's no point in taking one of these because your player's probably just gonna go past 90 and go that was a mistake on your part. Thank you for giving me the win in. Oh yeah. Okay, competitive play. What this means. So should we go over this? I wanna greater emphasis on melee armies. Yeah, so we got with what deployment now offering short distance between So I agree with this one. Melee armies are gonna have more of a boost. Even if they're in transport, don't really matter. It's still a boost. More vehicles, bringing down ain't really gonna do that much to you if your whole entire thing is like if you got like multiple models in your vehicle unit or whatever. Because again, they're not gonna score per model, it's just per unit, which deep powers bring it down. You fix objectives, yeah, they are most definitely being more focused on that. A few that doesn't battle line, giving battle line more of a reason. Slightly less need to stay home. Yeah, that's true, but with armies like me, I want some of my units in the back so they don't get up close and they can still snipe things off the board. Yeah, action economy is very much more important. There are gonna be some units in this game that are gonna suffer because they got no OC whatsoever and they can't take action. In that sense, action economy is pretty much more important. They're gonna suffer for it. They're gonna be devalued. And emphasis on cheap action units as OC gets dropped if you favor for cheap on OC action units. Mm-hmm. The reason why you would probably use OC zero units is well, like, well, if okay, so units like the article mentions, like the weapon. The weapon it does have other uses. It's OC zero, but you can use it to charge and kill stuff, so that's always good. So weapon's fine. It just sucks for them, but they're fine because you can use other stuff. But yeah, like Nuglings and well, no, scale swarms, they actually have some use. But I think the unit that takes the most punishment out of it is Nuglings. Because yeah, they're nice and bulky, but the OZ0 now, what they're gonna do? Well, you could use them to scream, sure. But they're OC0 now, so if you're gonna add them in, you're just gonna try to deep strike them in, try to move block the screen. That's about it. What, what else can you do with that? Or try to make them annoying somehow, but they're not that much of a threat though. They're just action monkeys. Being unable to do some, yeah, aesthetically, yeah. See, even they agree with me. Tactical units were much better. Meridian fixed, bring it down, scale back, but it's gone. We're not gonna miss that one. Is that the one where we target an objective, opponent targets the objective, and we have to get it? Yeah, I kind of hate that one. That's pretty much a dick thing to both players. Unexplored is literally what it look like. Yeah, secret missions are actually good. The bad. But I've said here, when the supply trap, which feels like heavy wages for player lucky enough to have objective closest to them, but be the last one leaving on table. Yeah, I don't like supply trap. Calling the horse, it feels like it's only the yeah. I mean, and the swarm tenants mostly, and even then you aren't going to take it against green timeless where they're actually killing 4 units, 20 boys isn't going to happen. Also, not sure we need another reason to take smaller units. Actions already do this. Yeah, I mean, there's also Imperial Guard infantry with a 20 man blob, but to be honest though, they would have to be I don't know. Well, Mud and Glory is one, but Call of the Horde, even against God, I mean Imperial God, it's not always going to work out. They have to have like enough 20 blobs of guardsmen on the field for you to make Call of the Horde worth it. And if they don't, oh well, it's kind of useless. Maybe you get some points if it's a tactical mission, but if you're able to do it, that is, because it's 20 bodies, you need to drown the enemy in shots. The new deployment math, I don't. It seems like a poor place for dialogue deployments. I know, I don't like that. I don't like those popping out deployments. I know it's for the sake of probably melee hobbies, but I don't like how it is. I don't I don't like how. Okay, so this the tipping point and the new sweeping engagements. I get what they're trying to do. I don't like it though, to be honest with you. I don't like how it is. The ugly no chilling ring. Yeah, no chilling ring. We're not sure if it's good or bad. I think it's more of a neutral. I think it's gonna be a bit more harsh for newer people. Experienced people are gonna be okay, but for newer people, not so much. Like Killing Rain. So if you're gonna compete in like a game or a tournament or whatever, and the first round is and if the first game they want to take it easy with some stuff, there's no like Killing Rain or Killing Ling equivalent to take a nice and easy first game. Because you take a nice and easy first game and then you ramp it up and mix things up like in the second and third game. I'm liking what I've seen from the missions, but I actually I want to read what Rob here says. Let's read. How much time are we at? Oh my god! You know what? We're not going to. I'm gonna end it here. I have no idea how long I was recording for. 55 minutes. There. If you like, comment, and subscribe if you don't mind. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.